In this episode, SRO races at Sebring, Lamborghini and BMW LMDh updates, and we have fisticuffs at Martinsville. Welcome to episode 121 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, over the past weekend, I was able to go to Sebring and watch racing without you, and it was SRO racing.
Yeah, I'm jealous that you were there and I wasn't.
Yeah. I got some ranting to do.
Oh, boy.
But first, let's take a look at some photos.
Okay.
Because brought the camera, got some good photos, and I'll give you the lowdown as we scroll through this.
Please do, because the SRO is it's a sanctioning body, which I'm very eager to see more of.
So SRO purchased World Challenge. Do you remember GT World Challenge?
The Pirelli World Challenge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Pirelli GT World Challenge. Anyway,
whatever they called it. Yeah.
Inject primary sponsor name here. Doesn't matter.
Correct. Yeah.
They used to run at St. Pete before the IndyCar races, and they are a GT racing specific series, or they were. And they got bought by SRO and turned into something. The something is the question mark.
Is it a good something or a bad something?
I don't think it's good.
Oh,
Let me explain my reasoning.
Bazinga.
We watched 3 different series within about 3 to 4 hours, which normally I would say fantastic, right?
Yeah.
A lot of different race cars on racetrack, actual races too. Each of them were 45-minute races. No driver changes, no pit stops. They were just sprint races. Not a problem. That's fine.
Yep.
They were different cars on the track. As you can see, as I'm scrolling through here, we have Aston Martins, we have Audis, we have,
Another Aston.
We have
a scuffle between an Aston, a Mercedes, an Aston, and a Porsche, maybe? I don't really know. Some GT3 cars, right? There's a Mercedes and a Lambo. There's a cool Callaway C7 Corvette.
Some BMW action.
M4. Oh, that's our local M4. That's SRQ Motorsports.
I believe it is. But you can also notice that if you look in the background, there's nobody there.
Yet, normally the picture that you took here, that looks like it just exited turn 1, going through 2 to 3.
Yes.
Normally, I see a row of about
RVs.
1,800 RVs.
Yes. Which is exactly how it was at the Sebring 12 hours. Now, SRO, I actually went to this event because my buddy, Dylan, messaged me, and he said, hey, I got a Facebook ad to go watch racing out at Sebring. Are you going? And I was like, no. But what kind of racing are we talking about? And he said, I think it's SRO, and it's only $20. And I was like, you want to go? Let's go. I'll totally go.
Yeah.
So they're doing marketing, but when we went, there was about the equivalent number of people there as to when we saw the HSR racing out at Sebring.
Oh.
Which is
isn't really
under 2,000 people. It's nobody.
Do you think it's even 1,000?
I think it was 1,000, maybe 1,500. It was not many people.
That's a shame, because isn't the Spa 24 an SRO
It is.
sanctioned race?
Yeah.
And that brings out a bunch of people.
I don't know if this is an American thing versus a European thing or what, but there was nobody to turn up.
So that's kind of a double-edged sword there, right? Because as race fans, we love the access that we get when there's no fans there, because you get really close to the track. You get the best spots to watch everything from everywhere. Like this Mini we see on screen right now that's bouncing out of turn 7, missing a fender flare, right? But on the other hand, I really feel like you need people there to kind of bump the energy of the event.
You definitely do.
Right? There's got to be that happy medium between enough people to where it's fun and exciting and there's stuff going on, but not so many people where it's like, I can't get to the bathroom.
Right. And you can see in the background of this photo, this is going into turn 7, so you know exactly where this is. The parking lot by the paddock was about half full, which is still not great.
Like during a 24, where we see that Volkswagen Westfalia, which is that camper van.
Yep.
That's just, you couldn't see the parking lot back there.
You can't see anything back there. Yeah. Not a big turnout at all. When we pulled up and we got in, the dude asked me where I bought the tickets from, and he noted something down. And I said I got them on the SRO website. So they're tracking that, which is interesting. But clearly their marketing is not anywhere near what IMSA's doing, what NASCAR's doing, what IndyCar's doing, because the turnout for a race day, this was perfect weather in Florida. It was like probably 80 degrees. There was some wind, so it wasn't too hot. It was a perfectly sunny day, no rain. There were 5 races on the calendar starting at noon, and there was like 1,500 people there.
I don't like to see that.
No. The racing itself was good to watch. The rant I have is each specific race. Me and my buddy watched, we ended up watching GT America, which was one of the series. We watched TC America, which was another, and then GT World Challenge America.
So hold on, what's the difference between GT America and GT World Challenge America?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Okay, the SRO just needs to streamline things and make that easier to understand.
Not only that, but every race that we watched, the first race probably had 15 cars. The second race probably had 10 cars. The third race probably had 12 cars. And it doesn't, why not just make one series? Why not just multi-class all of them on the track at once? There wasn't an insane speed difference. And even if there is, look at IMSA.
BOP it, and you're fine.
Yeah, it's fine. They can totally make these Honda Civics a little quicker if they wanted to.
Or they could slow them down even more.
It was odd. There were, the specific race that we're looking at here is TC America, and that had BRZs, Mini Coopers, Honda Civics, Hyundai Elantras. I think it also had
maybe a GTI,
a Veloster. No, there wasn't even a GTI.
I'm surprised.
It was a whole bunch of either hot hatches or small sports cars, which is fine. There were a bunch of BMWs that were in their own class, which was kind of odd to me. There was a BMW spec class in the middle of a race that also has another class that it's a bunch of different makes. So it was kind of odd. It felt like they were just splitting it into as many different series as possible and trying to run them all on the same weekend, which seems silly. And here's the real problem that I have.
Don't know about all that.
They clearly have not figured out marketing, or they don't have the funds to do marketing, or whatever it is. I don't know. At least not in the U.S., right, currently. IMSA dominates the U.S. market. If you want to break into that market, you either get into an IndyCar weekend or a NASCAR weekend or an IMSA weekend, which I don't think is going to work because they're kind of competing series. So I don't think the IMSA weekend does work. But an IndyCar or a NASCAR weekend, you slot into there when they're doing road events, right?
Yep.
The problem that they have is they have 5 series to run, so they would take all the track time through the whole schedule, and they can't. And they have 5 series that each have 10 to 20 cars on track, and that's it. While NASCAR and IndyCar are fielding cars of 30, 40 cars, and so is IMSA. For some reason, SRO is between 10 to 20 cars, and they're taking the whole weekend, but they have no crowd.
There's a better way to do that.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better way to do that. Consolidate the different series, right?
Yeah. The cars themselves were awesome.
Look at tripod.
Look at this Hyundai Elantra going on 3 wheels.
That's awesome.
It's
Going
cool.
into turn 7, a tripod Elantra.
I mean, a Hyundai Elantra is not much of a race car.
No.
I was joking with people there, like, I'm a professional racing driver, and your friend asks you, what do you drive? And you say, a Hyundai Elantra. Yikes.
Yeah, baby. How about that for an exciting car? Give me some of that Elantra.
Yikes. But I will say, being able to...
Hold on. I haven't completely figured something out, but I just kind of figured something out. The Porsche we're looking at, that's the Wright Motorsports Porsche driven by Jan Halen and his co-driver.
Yes.
That is not a GT America car. That's a GT America World Challenge car.
Yes.
So is that racing against the GT America cars?
That was racing in the final race that we saw, which was also racing in this, which is full GT3 spec cars.
Yep.
So they do have series that are full GT3 spec, and then they don't put them on track with the TC cars, which I get, but I don't understand why there's 5 different series there. It's they need to combine. I think that they need to combine TC America and GT America, because those were all kind of slower class cars.
Okay.
And then they need to combine GT World Challenge America and then Pirelli GT4 America.
Yeah. So make them both multi-class,
Right.
but not have 4 or 5 different series that do the same thing.
Or for all I care, put them in one race. I don't care.
That'd be exciting.
Just put them all in there. It would be super awesome to watch like 50 cars on track at the same time with complete chaos. Sebring is a big enough track where it would work.
You know what? There was a series that did that.
What?
The 24H series.
Yep.
You know where they went last year?
Where?
Sebring.
They did.
And you know where they're not going this year?
Right.
Sebring.
But that was due to shipping shenanigans and other stuff.
Yes, but that is what we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
They're shooting their own foot by having so many different series and not getting into the popular racing events from other series.
Yeah.
The cars are great. The cars are fast enough. They look good. The BOP looks like they do a good job. I saw their technical tent. I talked to a couple drivers. I kept on trying to ask the question, how do you market this to a bigger audience? And everyone went, oh. And I was like, oh, well, all right. There's your problem.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Yeah. So I don't know. SRO, great racing, crap marketing.
Yeah, bummer. Well, let me quickly give you some race results for the GT America, not the GT World Challenge.
All right.
But the GT America. You ready? So race 1 of GT America. First place was George Kurtz in a Mercedes AMG GT3. Second place was Jason Harward in a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Third place was Mirko Schultes in a Corvette C7 GT3. And then in the GT4 class, we had Moisey Uretsky in an Aston, followed by Adam Adelson in a Porsche GT4, then Andy Pilgrim, which we've heard of, in a Porsche GT4 as well. Then also the locals there, right? SRQ Motorsports, Rick Older, didn't place so well. It looks like they had some damage in the first race. The race number 2, that was taken first place George Kurtz again in the Mercedes AMG GT3, followed by Jason Harward again in the Lamborghini Huracan GT3, and then again followed by Mirko Schultes in the Corvette C7 GT3. And then in the GT4 class, we had Elias Sabo with Flying Lizard Motorsports.
Yeah.
I forgot about that team, in an Aston, then Adam Adelson in another Porsche GT4, then Moisey Uretsky in the GT4, and this race, Marco Radicic from SRQ Motorsports did place pretty high up in his class there in GT4. So good on him.
So other than the locals that you happen to know because you happen to meet them, did you know anybody's name?
Yeah, Andy Pilgrim. Yep, I know that name. Anthony Bartoni. Yeah, I know that name. Let's see. There was, I know I've heard George Kurtz, but when it comes to the Pirelli World Challenge GT America World GT Challenge America, whatever the hell you call it, I do know more of those drivers.
Herein lies the problem. It's complicated. It's actually hard to understand what you're watching.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
GT World Challenge America. What's the difference between that and GT America? And they're called two similar things,
They are.
right?
The cars look fairly similar. The speeds are fairly similar. A lot of the drivers, from what I can tell, will race in both series.
So we know a lot more drivers in the GT World Challenge America.
Okay.
Drivers Stephen Agakani, right? And then Bill Auberlin, you know that name, right? Colin Braun,
Yep.
right? Then you've heard of Ryan Dial, right? You've heard of, let's see here, Robbie Foley, Mario Farnbacher, Jan Halen, right? You've heard Dirk Mueller, right? You've heard of some big names, Madison Snow. So actual IMSA guys. But I just don't understand why you have GT World Challenge America and then GT America.
I don't know.
I love the racing. It's great racing. But it just needs to be simplified for non-race nerds, for people like us.
Or find out a better way to market it.
And both. No, both, in my opinion.
Because the racing was pretty good, I will say. It was clean. It was tough racing. The drivers were skillful. The flag working was fine. There wasn't anything crazy. I think I remember one safety car through all three races that we watched. Just one. And it was
impressive.
at the tail end with the last 2 minutes of a race. Somebody stuffed it into the tires.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So good racing. Man, SRO, can you just figure out how to market? And I know it's not an easy thing to do. Like, IMSA has the weight of the NASCAR marketing team behind them. That's huge.
It is.
That's massive.
It's enormous.
But if you want to get people out to your races, other than, the Spa 24 and the 12 hours at Bathurst and the massive races that you run, you got to jump on the IndyCar, the NASCAR, the IMSA weekends and try to get marketing out of it. Because if you went to an IndyCar weekend, people would be like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I kind of like those race cars. They're cool.
Yeah, they're sick.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. But
Interesting to watch nonetheless.
Agree. So let's move on to a Lamborghini.
All right.
So Lamborghini has confirmed their new LMDh car is going to be using a twin-turbo V8. Boo.
Okay.
Don't like that.
What did you want?
I wanted the Huracan V10.
Yeah.
Or shit, give me the Aventador V12.
Do you know the homologations? Do you know if there was a reason that they didn't go the V10?
No.
Okay. Because I think that it was open, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
I
sure
believe
that
it was.
they could have done whatever they wanted.
Yeah, they could have, because that's why I think Acura has a V6, right?
Did they go V6? I don't know.
I think Acura has a twin-turbo hybrid V6.
Okay.
I might be wrong there, but I think that's what it is. But yeah, Lamborghini's doing a twin-turbo V8, which allegedly is not the same as the twin-turbo V8 that's in the Porsche 963, but it's got some really similar specifications.
Yeah, you remember when
Allegedly.
Volkswagen said, we're not killing our LMDh program to
You mean
run
Audi?
Yeah. To run an F1 program? Yeah, we promise. We're not doing that. Oh, turn the other way quickly. Don't look at that. We killed that.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly for that reason. Yes.
Yeah. I fear this is just going to be the engine out of the Lamborghini Urus, the SUV, which is essentially the engine out of the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT.
Perfect.
Which is essentially
Rally
the engine
mode.
out of the Audi RSQ8, which
Don't
is... Yes.
I'm telling you, they'll integrate rally mode
Oh,
from the Urus,
and
they'll be good
into
to go.
the LMDh car.
Yeah.
Okay. the bus stop at Daytona. Whop!
Rally mode engaged, baby.
Well, either way, Lamborghini's got they've confirmed they're doing a twin-turbo V8 for the LMDh car, which is the Le Mans Daytona Hybrid, which is the top class of racing that is coming this coming year to the FIA, WEC, the World Endurance Championship, and IMSA. But in IMSA, it's called the GTP, which stands for things.
Do we know if Lamborghini's actually coming to IMSA?
I believe it is. Yes, I believe it is coming in 2024. It is said to be in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship.
Okay, that'd be awesome. I do wish that they would not have gone turbo, because every turbo car you hear kind of sounds like either a wispy sound or a fart cannon.
A wispy sound.
One or the other.
Wispy.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yep. I wish they would have just stuck the Huracan's V10 in.
Did you ever hear the Ford GT back in the IMSA days? Or the ALMS days?
Oh, yeah.
Where it was just a fart monster?
Yeah. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. A screaming V10 Lambo would have been a great
If they would have made it sound like their Huracan GT3 car, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Because that screams.
That's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah.
But they went twin turbo V8.
Yeah. Who knows?
All right.
Either way, let's move on to some other LMDh/GTP news. Because BMW has actually confirmed that they are doing a full season GTP in IMSA, which is the International Motorsports Association, which is the top class GTP, top class of IMSA. We know BMW and Ferrari have been a little flaky with their commitments, right? So they are committing to a full season lineup for 2 cars.
Whoa.
Not a car, but 2.
In IMSA?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And the WEC, right?
I think they're starting only in IMSA, then they're moving to the WEC in 2024, I think. I might be wrong, but I think they're going IMSA, then WEC.
How many will that be in IMSA? What, Acura?
No.
What?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Acura. I thought you said Audi.
Acura? No. Acura, Cadillac,
Porsche,
BMW.
That's it for this year.
That's it.
Yes.
4.
Well, am I missing someone?
I feel like we are.
No. Next year. Well, the year after that. Then we'll have Lamborghini.
Okay.
The rest of them are in WEC.
Okay.
That's why. Remember?
Which would be Toyota, Ferrari.
Yep. Baikalus. And maybe Glickenhaus? Peugeot and maybe Glickenhaus?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. But yeah.
I wonder how many teams are going to run both. Because it very much feels like teams are not going to run both to me.
Agreed.
Can you think of a team that's running both or planning to?
Porsche.
Can you think of another?
Cadillac, maybe?
No.
Acura?
No.
Porsche.
Yeah. I think that's it. So what was the point of this?
To confuse everyone.
To run both, right?
And they've done a great job of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is the new BMW livery. It's a very M livery. It has a very big M on it. They have also announced their drivers. So, their drivers. They've got 4 drivers confirmed for full season. They've got, let's see, they've got Connor DeFilippi. They've got Nick Yellowly. They've got Augusto Farfus and Philip Eng. Are all committed to full time. So they're going to do 2 drivers in one car, 2 drivers in another car. But for the Rolex, they are adding a bit of a wild card here. Are you ready to see who they are, one of the additional drivers for the Rolex?
I have not read any of this. Hit me with it.
So, remember that whole silly season thing we talked about?
Colton Herta?
Yep.
Oh.
How amazing would it be if we see Colton Herta and Daniel Ricciardo run the other 2?
I could see it.
I could see it too.
I could see it.
Because Ricciardo doesn't have a seat yet.
No. And apparently Colton Herta got the McLaren boot too, from what I heard. So, oof. So he got the boot from F1 and decided to pick up a seat in IMSA.
Can't blame him.
I can't either, but I kind of think it puts him in a bad spot for next year.
Yeah, a little peculiar, for sure.
Yep.
So there is another bit of news I do want to quickly chat about. So what if we combined the UFC and racing?
What?
The Ultimate Fighter Championship.
What do you mean?
Did I just describe NASCAR?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No.
There was a bit of a scrum or a scrap at a recent NASCAR race. At Martinsville Speedway, there was 2 drivers. Apparently, there was a move earlier in the race, which one driver didn't really like. So he decided to, at the end of the race, walk over to the other driver's car and start throwing haymakers.
Oh, my goodness.
I believe he actually quoted it as he started Mike Tysoning him.
This is so silly.
Which I didn't think Mike Tyson could be used as a verb.
This is just silly.
Yeah. So it was Davey Callahan and Andrew Grady.
Was this in the truck series?
No, the late model series.
Okay, so this is even further down than that.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, this is silly stuff. I don't know. People will watch NASCAR for that, but
so Andrew Grady was the guy that was throwing punches, and his quote is, "He flipped me off, so I started Mike Tysoning his head." That's not a verb.
No.
Mike Tyson's a human.
That's also not a great quote for your PR team.
No.
I don't think he has one, but
No.
you're not on your way to the top of NASCAR saying those things.
He said he dive bombed him.
Yeah, it's NASCAR.
Yeah, apparently the other driver is saying he did not flip him off. He was just pointing in a direction.
Oh. Yikes.
Either way, that's the most recent NASCAR drama.
Do you think that that's a good thing for NASCAR to have happen?
I think it's just what happens. I don't know if it's good or bad. I just think that's NASCAR.
Because some people do like that kind of thing, and they'll watch it, and it'll get views, right?
I'll
It's
tell
clickbait.
you what should have that kind of thing.
What?
Formula One.
What?
Yeah.
You think that they should just get out and battle it out at the end of the race?
Give me a Ricardo Hamilton brawl. Yeah, and then let's throw let's throw Gunther Steiner in there too.
I mean,
and let's just see who ends up on top.
it's an entertainment sport.
Total Wolf versus Christian Horner. So, okay, that's what has to happen. At the end of each Formula One race, the team bosses have to fight each other.
Yeah.
So you get Horner versus Wolf, like every race, right?
Okay.
And then see what happens.
The thing that I am more curious to know is how much would the fine be?
In Formula One?
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I bet you there's no fine here. I bet you there's a slap on the ass and a attaboy, don't do it again.
Here's a Bud Light.
But I bet you in F1, I really wonder what the fine is.
Yeah.
How many millions do you think it is?
Multiple.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
I would say 2 million.
I don't think they go to 5 or 10, but it's multiple millions if they fought at the end of the race. I think it's like a race suspension as well for both drivers.
It would be really cool if they fought.
It'd be awesome.
I mean, it shouldn't happen.
No.
But it wouldn't be Formula boring.
No. Entertaining. So, I don't know.
That you've got your tire blankets, but you've also got your jiu-jitsu coach.
Something to be said about it.
Bare knuckle to the death.
Yeah.
Either way, that's the NASCAR drama. There was a scrap at Martinsville.
Par for the course.
Yes. So this weekend, we do have some races coming up. The first and maybe the most excitingest race, which I know you and I are very eagerly waiting to watch, is IMSA, the International Motorsports Association, the final race of the season. The Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta, which happens to be in a state called Georgia, which happens to be just north of a state called Florida, which is happened to have just had a hurricane roll through.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're at Petit, you are going to want to bring a rain jacket because you going to get wet, which means the racing might be great or it might be shit. Those are the only 2 options.
I love watching crazy, wet, dirty racing. It's
I
awesome.
do too, from
It's
the comfort of my
fantastic.
couch.
I've been to a race. It is not as ideal, but it does give you that flair.
There's truly the possibility of actual tropical storm conditions at Road Atlanta. Like gusting winds and like lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
Great.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Be careful if you're going to be there, though.
Yes.
So that's the first race coming up, Petit Le Mans. Then we've got Formula One is back after a couple of week break. Formula One is racing the Singapore Grand Prix, followed by NASCAR at Talladega.
Singapore's at night, right?
Believe so.
Usually it is. Yeah.
I believe so.
And then NASCAR at Talladega. Oh, boy. That's Alabama. Mm-hmm. Nah, they should be fine.
Actually, they may get some rain, too. They may get an outer band from Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, well, that's enough to delay the race for 5 weeks with NASCAR, so. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
At least IMSA will drive in it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You're not wrong. All right, so you got anything else?
No.
All right, it's going to wrap us up for episode 121. So thanks so much again for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please do drop a comment on the video and leave a thumbs up. Let us know. Do you think we should incorporate fighting into Formula One? It's a little crazy, but let us know. Don't forget to hit subscribe, right? Hang out with us, right? We're a cool channel. We're pretty fun. Don't forget, if you're listening on audio only, please do leave us a 5-star rating and review on your platform of choice, whether it's Apple or Google or Stitcher or Spotify, whatever it is. We would be so grateful for that. I know it only takes 30 seconds of your day. And since you get your phone out, follow us on social. Facebook is We Are Auto, Instagram is We Are Auto _, YouTube is We Are Auto, and our website is weareauto.io. Please do check that out for all of your favorite past races. And again, thanks so much. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.